Morning.
Well, of course. If I press, you push press. Maybe your body never angle well on it. How much you do? 12 of them you have. Yeah. Okay. You think you want them we put orange out or something and right out a Cayman and say, can buy a bag, Natty. Check something the shoulder for me. Look here. You're running 300 and you're not going to run them no slow time. More them in a 46 with 5 minutes stress. Alright. Right. I actually started coaching in 1990 at my alma mater, Francourt High School, where in the first year I got a young lady to medal in the 200 meters. I later went on to Clarendon College, where I got Bernard Burrell to win the 100 meters, class 1. Then went on to Homo Technical in 1996, where I had planned to spend a semester. I ended up spending about 17 years. During that period of time, we were able to win, the team and I, 10 championships, 10 boys and girls championships, 9 consecutive championships. We produced numerous national representatives, world junior, individual medalists, and relay medalists. In 2013, I decided that I was going to leave high school coaching. But previously, before that, I was bombarded by my friends and other track and field enthusiasts to start a club. Actually, my first senior athlete was Christopher Williams, who started to train with me in 2003. 2 years later, I became number 3 in the world in the 200 meters. Made numerous semi-final Olympic and World Championships team and was national champion 2 times. I then started to coach Lansford Spence, who came through my ranks at GC Foster, became national champion, and also made numerous national teams. So in 2013, after deciding that I was going to quit high school track and field, I realized that I needed to formalize coaching the senior athletes. And therein came the name SprinTec Track Club. One evening, I was saying to my sons that I needed to get a name for the club. And because I always talk about sprinting technically, not correct at the time, but well, my son suggested, why not name the club Sprinting Technically Correct? And I said, but that's a long name. And therein we coined the name SprinTec. So we actually developed the name, and initially when we started with, as directors, Lassen Harvey was a lawyer who was with me from my Homewood days, Dr. Paul Arden, who was our doctor right throughout the early days. And then I had Sean Samuels, who was there from 2007, 2008. Then came Lamar Richards, and we had our first masseur, Nathaniel Davis. And that was the nucleus of the club. Then we had Janelle Smith, who was managing, was a student at college and was managing. And then we introduced her to the club. So the nucleus of the club was Sean, myself, Lamar, and Natty. So we spent many years trying to develop our athletes. And eventually, we were able to get Rashid Dwyer in a formalized way to become our top athlete in terms of running 1980, the 3rd fastest ever Jamaican sprinter over 200 meters. He was also the World University champion, Pan American champion, NACAC champion, and also made a World Championship team as a relay medalist. And then we had persons like Anastasia Leroy. I actually started coaching senior athletes to help the person. So when Christopher Williams came to me, the objective was just to help him. We were not thinking about making any money or anything to that nature. It was just to help him. And we continued with that, the philosophy. SprinTec has changed how we approach track and field in Jamaica, in that a lot of our top athletes from the club were developed through the college. So for example, Rhonda White, who was national champion in 2016, never ever ran track and field at any high level before she came to the club. Demish Gay, who was a world championship finalist in 2017, never ever ran before he came to the club. And then we were able to develop persons like Sharon Simpson, who was a multiple medalist at the world championship level, Olympic level, and came to SprinTec Track Club after about 4 or 5 years. And we were able to get her to run below 11 seconds and become the Pan American champion. Then we had Christiana Tracy, who was away for maybe about 5 years between two different clubs, and we were able to get her to become a bronze medalist at the 2017 World Championship Games. So our mantra is really to find those talent that that persons did not think existed, and to help those athletes who were talented and for whatever reason their careers and then do it for the service of the sport. We expect, based on the amount of work that we would have put in between 2018 and 2017, to do extremely well at the national trials and to possibly garner 2 times the amount of medals that we garnered at the last World Championships. This then will be the platform going into the Olympics, where we expect that SprinTec must become, based on performance, the #1 club in the world. We hope to give back to our institution, GC Foster College, that has been very supportive. We also expect to give back to the community, which we have been doing. We have supported many charities, we have supported many athletes, we have supported their school fee, their nutrition, and their training gear. Presently, one of our biggest downfall is that the only sponsors we have is Adidas. Adidas has been there for us through the college. When we became a club, has supplied us extensively with equipment, and the person who is directly in charge, Spencer Nell, has been extremely supportive to me as a coach and as a person, and to any institution I have worked with. But the engine most definitely has been QBC Globin, who has been more than a friend, an agent to most of the athletes. And he was the one who saw Anastasia Leroy a couple of years in Europe and said, Maurice Wilson, I want to help this young lady. And last year, she became silver medalist at the Commonwealth Championships, had her best year, and was #9 in the world. So I want to thank those persons. I want to thank other supporting persons, for example, Adrian Laidlaw, who is a Nike agent, who is the agent at one of our competing clubs, and who has done so much for SprinTec Track Club and SprinTec athletes. Another person that I must single out is Henry Roll, who was former coach at Auburn. He was the man who introduced me to the business side of the sport in 2003. He has done so much again for the club and for the athletes that have been in the club. We have now recognized that SprinTec Track Club has become a global name in track and field. We now believe that we have the personnel from a technological side in Michael Rodriguez, from a business side in terms of Radcliffe Allen, from a legal side in terms of Lassen Harvey, from a medical side in terms of Paul Arden and Dr. Winston Dawes, coupled with our coaching staff, who is very experienced and highly qualified. we expect that the sky is the limit for this track club, and our area of specialization will not only be on the track or on the field side, but in other areas of sport business. So as we move forward, what is important is that we're appealing to all the sponsors that are out there to not only support the athletes when they are doing well, but to be there from them from the inception. And as we move forward, we expect that great things will come. And as I said earlier, with God's assistance, 2019 will be a special year, and 2020 we are hoping to be even a better year. Thank you very much.